This kid did a video. I've already reacted to another guy's video, but this dude right here, he goes by Romero, yo. I don't know, yo. Romero, I think is his name. But he makes a good point here. And for anybody into YouTube that is wondering about algorithms and everything, he's got a pretty decent take on it. Also, Big E is he's very vague. And I feel like sometimes Big E just gives you a lot of stuff to feel good about. Romero actually digs deep and he figures out algorithmic shit. So I wanted to bring this video to light. And shout out to Vinny Cuz over at the Vinny Cuz channel, man, because he sent this to me earlier and I gave it a listen. So let's check out Romero.
We just had the biggest YouTube algorithm update that we're probably going to see in our lifetime. So the information you're going to learn in this video, you cannot find anywhere else. Okay, and that's because every other YouTube coach is telling you that this update has to do with titles and descriptions or how long your video is. It's all bullshit. It's
all bullshit. It really is. Like, SEO is a thing, but like these gurus are out of control. I like his take.
Looking in the wrong place. This update was so big that it wasn't done on YouTube. The actual update that changed the YouTube algorithm forever was done on Google. Now, the only reason I know this is because I went through Google developer files. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how the YouTube algorithm changed. But first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Romero. I've been
Romero. All right, there it is. That's how you say it.
Running faceless YouTube channels since 2018, and across all of my YouTube channels, I have made over $2 million in ad revenue, and I do other things, but I don't think you give a shit. So let's just get started. Update number 1, that is Gemini and Semantics ID.
Now, before he gets into this, I just want to tell you something. Gemini, who's owned by Google, correct? Me and Vinny Cuz have been trading ideas back and forth about Gemini and about getting ideas such as titles, SEO descriptions, tags, all that stuff. We've been doing all that stuff because if anybody's going to give you the answer as to what to do on YouTube, wouldn't it be Gemini, who's owned by Google, who owns YouTube? It just seems like the open book test to me.
For those of you that don't know, Google is Gemini's AI system. It's like their own version of ChatGPT. And what it does is that
which it's better than ChatGPT, by the way.
It analyzes all of the YouTube videos that are posted and it makes a summary about them. But on January 14th of 2026, literally only a few days ago, Google changed the settings on Gemini. And what this change did is that it gave Gemini the ability to reason across platforms, meaning that now Gemini knows what you're doing on Google Drive, what you're sending on Gmail, and what you're searching for on Google. And the purpose of that is because Google wants to know how you're feeling. They want to know what you do and what you're trying to do. Because in my opinion, what Google is trying to do is that they're trying to go from a search engine to an answer engine. And they're using Gemini to do that. I know what you're thinking. Google's doing that weird shit, cool. What does that have to do with my YouTube channel? Well, because of this new ability Gemini has, it now gives every single YouTube video something called a semantic ID. And what a semantic ID is essentially a summary of your video, but now it understands the energy of your video, right? The vibe, what the intent was.
So imagine this, right? Check this out. A semantic ID, summary of the video, the energy. It can actually predict the energy when you're going crazy. You're like, oh my God, this is so crazy, right? Holy shit. It can actually pick that up. Wild times, the vibe, the intent, if it's real, if it's not, it knows if it's AI. We all know YouTube's trying to scrub the trash AI content from its platform, and you can't blame them.
So let me give you an example. Let's say you're driving on the freeway and you get a flat tire. So you pull over, you pull out your phone and you search tow trucks near me. And then you search how to change a flat tire. At this point, what Google sees is that you're stressed, you're in a situation, and you're looking for answers fast. Now let's say that when you're sitting on the freeway, you open up YouTube. Well, guess what? The first video you're gonna see on your homepage is a tutorial on how to change a tire.
We all say that our phones listen to us, right? We all say our phones listen to us. Apple's listening to us. Google's listening to us. They're all listening to us. And this is the reason.
even if you've never searched it on YouTube before. But here's the craziest part.
'Cause they're listening
that video
to you.
tutorial that you would see on your homepage about how to change a tire, it wouldn't be a 10-minute video. It would be a 30-second to 3-minute video. Because again, Google told Gemini that you were in a situation, that you were stressed, and Gemini controls the YouTube algorithm. So when you open up YouTube, it used common sense and tried to predict what you were looking for. And not only that, but it also knows that you needed answers fast because you were on the side of the freeway. So it wouldn't show you a 10-minute video. It wouldn't go based on which tutorial on how to change a tire has the most average view duration or which one has the most views. It would be the shortest, straight to the point video. So that's what a semantic ID is. It's what Gemini uses to predict what a user wants to watch based on their Google activity.
Crazy.
Moving on to update number 2, and that's retention is no longer king.
So I'm gonna again inject my personal opinion here. Remember when all the YouTube goes retention? YouTube looks at watch time and how long you stay on a video, right? In the analytics, it's who watched for the first 30 seconds, who clicked after that, blah blah blah. Out the window. Out the fucking window.
Hey guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like this video, please like it. And if you really like my channel, please subscribe by pressing the subscribe button. If you don't know where the subscribe button is, get the fuck out of my face.
Now, if you've watched any YouTube tutorial ever, you know that retention is the most important part, or it used to be. You wanted them to watch as long as possible. Well, that's not how it works anymore. And that's because on January 14th, Google also implemented something called good abandonment. And essentially what this
Crazy
is
how
that
it
they
knows.
want to make sure that the user is satisfied. So here's an example. Let's say you make a 10-minute tutorial video on how to change a tire. And the watch time of that video, or the average view duration, is 2 minutes. Meaning that after 2 minutes, the majority of the viewers click off. You know, before, that was like the worst thing that could have happened because the algorithm would assume that your video was just shit. But now, Gemini investigates. It tries to find out why people left after 2 minutes. And let's say with this tutorial, the first 2 minutes of your video was just you explaining it. And after 2 minutes, the rest was just like a random vlog. Gemini sees that and it's like, okay, people didn't click off after 2 minutes because the video was bad. They clicked off because they got their answer. That would be what Google considers good abandonment.
But how is... I got questions, man. You don't think that Gemini is going to make mistakes? Like, they're not going to make mistakes. I think this is why it's more important than ever to speak clearly, get to your point, segment your points. I mean, if it's going to pick apart your video like that. But this is why in 2026, variety streamers are going to win. Variety streamers are going to win. Those who do multiple things to bring multiple faces and eyes are going to win. Listen, YouTube is going to say, hey, if this guy is doing retail arbitrage, then he's going to shoot those videos out to people that watch retail arbitrage. The gaming, he's going to shoot those out to gaming. Reactions, he's going to shoot those out to reactions. How do we know this? I dug into the analytics, okay? My own analytics. Every single one of my retail arbitrage videos was suggested by other retail arbitrage clearance thrift shopping videos. All my gaming content suggesting my video was all gaming videos. It was retail arbitrage wasn't suggesting, and that's I can't even talk. But that's how it was in the past. Retail arbitrage videos would be showing up next to gaming. It was considered suicide, blah, blah, blah. React videos, I'm landing next to Sniper Wolf, SS Sniper Wolf. Like, YouTube is literally picking apart your video and placing it where they believe it's best served individually, which is crazy to me.
But bad abandonment is when Gemini goes and investigates, same scenario, it saw that the majority of the users would go back on YouTube and searched for another tutorial on how to change a tire. It would then reason and think, okay, clearly this video did not answer their question. It left the viewer unsatisfied, so they had to go and find their answer somewhere else. That is bad abandonment, because now Google sees what viewers do after they watch your video. Now it's not necessarily how long people watched for. It's about whether they were satisfied or not. Moving on to update number 3, that is co-visitation. And if you're a small YouTube channel looking to grow, this is probably the most important one. YouTube no longer looks at your channel by itself. It doesn't look at your performance overall or your content. It also looks at who else your viewers are watching. If I'm not mistaken, what Google is doing is that they're seeing the last 31 days of a user's activity, and they're trying to see how the viewer ended up on your channel. For example, so let's go ahead and say that 1,000 people watch one of MrBeast's videos, and then after that, they click on one of your videos. That will tell the algorithm that, okay, these 1,000 people clearly like MrBeast, and they also watched, your channel. That means that they have the same group of audience. So now the algorithm recommends you in the same neighborhood as MrBeast.
Which means we may have to react to some MrBeast videos. I mean, look, just as an experiment, right? Just as an experiment.
You're essentially borrowing his authority, which is a fucking great thing. So now YouTube will start testing out your video to other people that watch MrBeast. And, it builds this snowball effect. Now, how a lot of channels die is because of this. If the wrong people watch your video, you're gonna get put in the wrong neighborhood, right? That's why you never share the link to your video to any family or friends, or put it in a random, Reddit thread, or buy bots to watch your video, which you should never do. Because again, now this is all viewer based. This is all the audience. It doesn't really, the algorithm no longer gives a shit what you have in your tags or your description, because Google doesn't need more data, right? It has every single possible YouTube video in their system. So now it can start recommending videos based on the audience's pattern. Update number 4 is negative comments.
This is crazy.
The YouTube algorithm saw comments as engagement. It doesn't matter what they said. If you had a shit ton of comments, that was a good thing. But now, since it's mostly based on viewer satisfaction, if your comments are people arguing, or people complaining about the video, or disagreeing with you in some way or form, the algorithm is also going to punish you for that. So
I don't know how it could really do that, because you could literally set up negative campaigns and just go on a tangent and just leave constant negative comments on videos just because. So I don't know if I totally believe that.
A huge strategy that a lot of YouTubers have is to rage bait, essentially. Well, that just got patched. A boring video with happy comments is now going to outperform a really entertaining video with bad comments. Now, this update did send an entire ripple effect to YouTube, right?
We have to test that theory.
A lot of things are going to change. I only covered 4 of them in this video, but in the Google files I went through, there were 21 different updates. Now, because I don't want to sit here and make an hour-long video to explain it all, you can click the link in my description or in the pinned comment. That's going to take you to my school community. Once you're in, you're going to see 80+ video tutorials where I take you step by step on how I managed to make over $2 million with YouTube.
Now he's showing
my
his
strategy is.
I get it.
But you're also going to find the full report of this new YouTube update. And obviously, you're also going to see how to implement these changes.
So I think that's it. I think that's all he's got on this video. He's got about 10 seconds left. But man, you want to talk about crazy, man? Imagine negative comments just going against you. That seems wild to me.